Okay guys, so welcome to the video. Cost of living update from May in Cambodia. We're at the Anchor Market. We're going to look through a lot of sections. It'll be jam-packed today and very helpful if you're thinking about living in Cambodia or living here, just to see pricing, cost of living. So we're going to add some new sections today too. So just looking at health supplements, they have creatine, $69.50, and they have organic protein, $49.50. So just adding in health. So guys, this is a leading store in Cambodia. It's kind of the equivalent of like a Walmart, or sorry, I should say Target. So yeah, it's a bit more. It's more like but I normally start with bread, but I'm gonna mix it up today. Show you different sections. Yeah, so they have a lot of stuff here. It's very good. They have imported from the US. They have like Dove. They have Lynx. So you can pause and take a look, but the quality is very good. And the Dove Men Care is $11.95. So I'm going to do personal care stuff, guys, and then I'm going to do bakery and frozen food. But just to give you an idea of all of the items here, trying out a new lens. So I'm probably not the best time, lots of people in the store. I did think it would be less people, but they've got everything here, guys. I really like this store. Like I said, it's equivalent of like a Target in the US, Target or Kroger. Well, maybe not Kroger, but the Target, so it's premium. And yeah, so you can pause and take a look. There's lots of like great stuff there. Lynx. They also have like, they pretty much do the brands from the US, France and the UK. So they'll have the different brands from the different countries, same brand but from different countries. So they'll have Nivea from the US, like what you're looking at, and that's about $6.95. And then they've got all other kinds of stuff, guys. So what I want to do today is bring in like the top categories of different products. So I'm not going to go into each individual product, but what you can do is you can pause on the video, you can see all the prices. So I'll name some of the popular things to help you, but then if you want to like go into some of the more specific items, you can pause the video and take a look. So that's going into like the main brands, you know, the Unilever brands, the L'Oreal brands, Procter & Gamble brands, because basically all these products on their shelf are from like those 3 or 4 companies. So anyway, yeah, there's even like French stuff, Netto. They've got Adidas from France. They have Nivea Men Expert, L'Oreal Men Expert from France. That's $5.50. So, and they have like Japanese and some Thai stuff. Protex from Thailand, that's $3.10. That's cheaper, but that's actually a really good brand. I've used that. I am using it. They have Dettol, Le Petit, Marseille. So some of these brands might be interesting though from viewers for discovery, so for brand and product discovery. Because you won't get exposed to these. There's Old Spice, which is obviously big, and Radox is big in the UK, but that's really good for bath, for de-stressing. It's $3.90. And the St. Ives, that's really popular. That's $6.40. So they've actually got like a very broad selection. And Neutrogena. So this is a really good store, guys. And what I've not done in the past, I might show you some of the shampoos. Maybe it's because I'm male. I've 80% of the audience for some reason is male, guys, according to YouTube statistics. But I'd like to get it a bit more equally weighted. So please let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll integrate that. So I've obviously, being a male, sometimes I'm leaning towards some of those products. But as you can see here, they've lots of shampoo, different shampoos, different products. I've never done the shampoos before, but if there's any from the female side of the audience, ladies, if there's anything you'd like to see, please let me know. I'll do my research, try my best. So here you see the shampoo from Head & Shoulders from Australia. That's $12.50. Then they've got Head & Shoulders from the US, which is $8.50. So that's a good example of what I was saying, guys. They've got the Head & Shoulders from USA, and that's 370 milliliters, and then they've got it from Australia for 350 milliliters. That's pretty interesting to see the difference in prices in terms of where they sourced it from and what you'd be paying. So you're basically paying for less. Sorry, from the Australian Head & Shoulders, that's $12.50, but 20% less milliliters. 20 milliliters less, and then for $3.70 from the US, but you're paying $8.50. So better deal on that. So that's an example, guys. If you're looking for some of those products, Head & Shoulders is obviously one of the market leaders in that category. So it's easy for me to call that out. But they've got really cool stuff, like the Old Spice mixed. I've never seen that before, actually. My hair is not long and beautiful, guys, so maybe that's the reason I'm not looking there. Maybe someday. Yeah, so I'll just wrap up this, guys. I've actually bought this one, the Brute one, myself. That's from Australia. I find that it's obviously a nice smell, but it's not as foamy. Like, it's not as foamy as I'd like, to be honest. But it's decent. But I'll move on. They've soaps, they've everything. I'll go to the frozen food section, guys. Well, I'm actually all over the place because I'm going around people, so I'm basically, that's dictating kind of the locations. I'd normally just go at my own pace, starting with bakery. But yeah, we're here at the what's really impressive is the dental section, guys. So if you can see here, they've got Oral-B Pro Expert from the UK. It's $5.95. Just zoom in, and there's the Pro Oral-B 3D Advanced Whitening, $7.95, $5.95. Basically, this one's $5.95, and then $7.95 for mint gum. And they've Sensodyne here, $4.95. So that's from France. McLean's from the USA, $4.95. And they have, so pretty much everything, guys. They've also got the Crest 3D White from the USA. That's $5.80. That seems like a good, that's 147 grams. 147 grams. Versus, that's a good deal, guys. That's actually pretty good. For some reason, the US products are really cheap compared to Australia, France, and the UK. But the Oral-B is $8.50 for 95 grams. And the Crest 3D, well, I have no idea how much that is, guys, in your home countries, actually. But on the surface, that is looking good. Like, it's looking like a good deal. But then you have like the more standard ones, like the Triple Action is $2.50, and that's obviously from the UK. It's got the British pound sign on the front. I'm not sure what the exact exchange rate is for the pound dollar today. It's probably about 150, 160. Don't quote me on that, guys. But yeah, it's obviously a lot more than a pound. So yeah, they've also got the Sensitive brand, 750 Sensitive Relief, and it's in a good crazy sense. They've got so much stuff here. They've got the Total, Colgate Total 850, and they have lots of stuff here, guys. And what I've learned is that Darlie is the local brand from Cambodia, and that's 195. So I'm kind of done with that section, guys. I'm gonna be going quick. Gonna move over to bakery now. There's lots of, I'll just quickly show you if you wanna, you can stop and look. They've like Terra Breath, they've got Colgate Plaques, and they've got Listerine. But there's so many people in the store that I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna do bakery now, guys. Basically, these baguettes, they've got pretty much baguettes from a lot of the artisanal bakeries here. They've got really good bakeries here in Siem Reap, so it's not fair to compare these like for like, but I'll try my best. It's been basically 140 for these kind of these baguettes from the French patisserie style. Then they got sesame seed ones that are $2, but then they have from Le Pain Sur, this is 165, and that's a good, I featured that in some of my other videos. That's a good one, that bakery. They also do good rye bread and good cereal bread, and that's, the rye bread is 185, and the country bread is $1. That's the country bread, and then the complete bread is 165. So it's pretty interesting. You get this toasted bread, you get the seeded rye, that's 195, 500 grams. But then over this section you get the mix of 185 for this toast from this bakery, and then you get these other brands. You get, this one is 60 cents, and this is sweet bread, and that's 150, and this one's 150. And then this is artisanal bakery with ciabatta loaf, that's $2. And then you get this one, it's okay, so yeah, people, lots of shoppers today. So just pause briefly, but you've basically 60 cents for this bakery item, and then the big one that's 120 actually, even for the big one, so from that bakery. What I'll do now is just show you some of the frozen stuff. They have ice cream from the Co-op in the UK, which is very good quality. That's $6.50 for the salted variety. Then the plain vanilla is $6.50. So it's very high quality, this one. You see they have like all the different, they've got different chocolate sundaes, and yeah, they've got lots of stuff, guys. Like I'm just going to, alright, so they've got like pizza from Chicago Town Pizza. They've got Goodfellas, which is $5.90. Pepperoni is $7.90 from Chicago Town. The Chicago Town subs is $4.50. And then you got the Chicago Town deep dish. So this is a popular brand in the UK and Europe. I'm not sure if this is, I think for the US audience, obviously you will be like the better judge than people in Europe, and I might not meet your kind of expectations, but it's decent. I have it Chicago Town deep dish, and it's very yummy, but I'm not sure if this will be the same level. They have like Iceland, which is the brand in the UK. It's pretty good. That's usually cheaper. Stuffed crust at $7.95 and $7.90. And then they have more of the Chicago Town brand loaded cheese. That's $9.50. So for the extra cheese, it looks pretty good, guys. And then Goodfellas, which is a big brand in Europe, is $5.50. So on this section there's lots of pies. You get the family meat pie, Hollands, that's $7.95, and then family chicken pie from Iceland, that's $5.95, and then you have the family steak pie, which is $7.95, and for audience from the UK, Ireland, they'll know Bird's Eye waffles are very popular. They're $6.50. And then it's pretty amazing what they have here in this store, guys. Like I'm saying, that's why I call it like the Target of Cambodia, because they have like so much good stuff, high premium stuff. So even stuff like Cathedral City, which is a good cheese brand. It's priced, you know, this stuff you wouldn't even see in your in Western stores. It's $6.50. Aunt Bessie's kind of Yorkshire puddings, $5.10. So guys, I'm just going to move on and do some of the frozen meats. Show you like some of the stuff that you would be familiar with in maybe not in the US, because this brand Iceland is very good in the UK, but I can highly recommend it if you're looking for like good quality, high quality chicken and meats, frozen meats. It's really good. So what you'll find here is like chicken goujons and chicken strips, and they basically do different varieties. Yeah, after the ice cream here in the frozen section, they have it's pretty incredible. They've got amazing fish, guys. Like I know TV dinners are super popular as well in the States, and I can recommend this brand Goodfellas, but I'm not sure if it's actually yeah, so these are all like kind of TV dinners, microwave type dinners. Spaghetti bolognese, macaroni cheese, beef lasagna. That's all $4.95, $4.70. And what's really good about this store is that they discount things. They discount like if things are about to expire. You see this is 50% off the 3 creamy white fish. So it's pretty cool here, guys, I have to say. This Gastro brand, for US audience, might not have heard of the Youngs, but it's super popular in the UK and it's really good. So I highly recommend that if you want to get like really good fish. It's $9.50 here. The Iceland brand tends to be a bit cheaper, but nonetheless decent, and that's $6.80 for cod fillets. Most people in UK, Ireland grew up with these Bird's Eye fish fingers. Not sure about the US, so really popular. Pretty much for kids. I'm sure there's adults still into that, but they're $7.50, and they also have like these little fish fillet strips which look pretty good. They're $7.50 and $5.50 for these ones. So I'm just looking what's the difference. So one's salt and vinegar flavored and one is just plain. So basically the salt and vinegar one's $2 cheaper, and there's only like the taste difference. Yeah, so the Chip Shop brand is also very good. The Chip Shop brand is big in the UK. $7.50. So if you're looking for that fish and chips kind of vibe, taste, recommend this one. Not sure where you're going to get the peas, mushy peas, but I'm sure actually they do have mushy peas here. And I'm getting very hungry, guys, going making this video, I have to say, but I'm doing the pricing first, and then I'll do my own private shopping. I might bring you guys along someday for the ride, but just showing you pricing right now. So those are you can pause, take a look, guys. Basically you get the large chip shop, a small chip shop, and $7.50 to $4.95, and then the cod fillets, very big ones here, 30 of them from Iceland, $14.50, and then the bird's eye ones are $9.95 for 26, which is interesting because usually bird's eye is just slightly more premium, but cheaper. Other good brands like Sharwood's from the UK and Bisto, they usually make the sauce, but they're actually putting that into like the pies, and then just more dinners. Like, you know, when you go like to Marks and Spencer's in the UK or Ireland, they've got these amazing like meals. They have some of that here, but obviously not like completely fresh. But they have like ham and mushroom tagliatelle, and then they have like garlic and herb Kievs. Yeah, and this is really kind of fancy in the sense that I didn't expect it here, which is a pleasant surprise. They have got the Cathedral City brand, like cheesy bakes. So you get kind of very interesting merchandising here of different like foreign products. It's really good. And not all of these are microwave, guys. This is stuff you put in the oven, and it's very good. The chicken Kievs here, $7.50, garlic and herb, and spam, which I've never really seen before. I've seen it here. Sausage rolls, and then this French brand, and they've discounted that. So I'll go into some of this here, some more of the ice creams. Wanted to show you the Häagen-Dazs. It's pretty crazy, like in terms of selection. The one Magnum is $2.95. The white Magnum is $2.95. The classic Magnum is $2.50. This is all dollars, guys. So no idea what that is in the US, UK, Australia, or anywhere else at the moment, guys. I did do some research before this, looking into eggs. I wanted to look at the egg index, actually. So I'll give you something scientific on that, which is an interesting discussion that was had with viewers. But I'll get into that. I'm jumping ahead. So here's Hershey's, guys. Their ice cream bars are pretty much 170 flat. They don't discriminate based on flavor, whereas there's more this kind of price discrimination for the Magnums based on flavor, i.e. if it's white chocolate or almond or plain. But I'm looking for the big tub of Häagen-Dazs, so it can be compared versus the other video. And there's lots of people in the store, so I'm just balancing, showing you content. And yeah, so here's the Häagen-Dazs. Okay, so what was it? So I'm getting okay, guys, some issues, technical issues. So back to the video. It's $9.95 for 400 grams of the Häagen-Dazs mango. The normal, well, like $2.95. Okay, they're just really small, like small packs for a snack. It's $2.95 for 81 grams. But I'm looking for the big tub, like a vanilla at 400 grams or 392. Okay, so they don't seem to have it. It's got Ben & Jerry's cheesecake, 416 grams. So interesting that that's like 416, but Häagen-Dazs is 400. So actually the price of the Häagen-Dazs for less is more. and they've got so much ice cream, it's unbelievable. They've got like co-op vanilla ice creams. They're $4.50 for the vanilla ice creams, and then the chocolate ones same price. They've got like these selections of Häagen-Dazs. They've a multi-pack. They're quite interesting. It's $9.50 for a mix. You can compare it to my other videos. Look at the 930 or 950 milliliter tub, because that's obviously not a fair comparison. But it's incredible what they have here, guys. They have all the Magnums, classic Magnums, $5.95 for 3, mini ones, and then the white and the double caramel billionaire. They also have the Snickers. They have Mars ice creams, so $4.90 and $4.95 for the 4-pack. And yeah, basically a pretty amazing selection of beers as well. The store also has really great like ham and like pork meat from like France, Italy and Spain, like the salsicon, the chorizo, parma ham. So what you're looking at is like the little snacks. These ones are spicy, some with goat's cheese. And then the saucisson, like I said, from France, that's $6.50. And yeah, lots of like the larger salami, big sausages. So I think audience from France will be interested in some of this. This is like from Netto in France. That's $9.95 for these kind of uncut things. It's interesting for some people because they won't be exposed to this even outside France, so it's good to see that. Interesting. I like food from everywhere. In this section they have food from Korea. It's made in Cambodia, but it's Korean style, like kimchi. This brand, Madam Chong's, I like it. I buy this kimchi. It's also like good for the microbiome. But they have this golden bowl bingo kimchi. It's $2.80. And I like the way this one works because when you buy these, I used to buy this in Thailand all the time, like with this pack, and it loses its freshness. So you pretty much have to use it all at once, or in two times. But when you store it like this, you can actually like, sometimes I mix it with my breakfast, like kind of fusion style food. And yeah, so let's see what we can do, guys. Bar is like getting full, so it's hard to focus. But here is like, we'll go to the beef section, go through the price of the like Angus beef strip line, $27 for 1 kilogram. The beef short ribs is $27 for a kilogram. The beef short rib boneless, I don't think I've seen that before here. That's $52.50. And I buy this one from Australia. The Riverland Australian strip line is $22 per kilogram. And then the Brazilian one is 19. So Brazilian beef ribeye is $19 per kilogram. Here is Australian topside, $16.50 per kilogram. And in this section it goes into the lamb. So the lamb, $19.50 per kilogram of the lamb shoulder. Lamb shoulder square is $16.50. And then Australian lamb rack, $26.50. And then Australian lamb bone rack French cut is $38 per kilogram. And you can pause and look at that yourself. So I'm gonna move on because there's like so on this section there's like more seafood. They have like a lot of the frozen stuff. They do like the cooked shrimp, and then they've got the skinless, all frozen. I'll show you the fresh section, but I'm just looking. There's so many people here today. They have Pacific Dory fillet, $5.95 per kilogram. I've said in some of my other videos, guys, I think Wednesday is a time, like the Sunday, a day off or something. If anyone knows, be interested to know. They have Saba fish, it's $5.50 per kilogram. Frozen sauri, it's $11.80 per kilogram. And they've got stuff like imported from the UK, from the store brand Iceland, smoked haddock fillet. So lots of frozen stuff. You see the frozen packed fish. They have everything here, guys. I really like this store. It's highly recommended. It's actually one of the best stores I've seen in Southeast Asia regarding the choice. So moving on, some of the pork and beef, frozen beef. They've got like pork collar, shabu. This is all the stuff that you're gonna have for like hot pot and barbecue. It's $5.50 per pack, and that's about 400 grams of the meat. And then chicken is shabu, is $2.50, and then pork collar is $4.50 for 300 grams. So you also have this is a beef. For shabu, they have Amir's beef, 400 grams, $10.50, and then Butcher's Ridge beef is $7.50. So this is all like for the shabu. And so on top as well, they have some interesting like sauces. So they really have a good usage of space here. They're doing like chili paste, fermented soybeans. Then wasabi, all different types of wasabi. So really cool store, guys. I'm going to show you, you see that? It's like the fresh butcher and fresh fish. I'll show you just quickly some of this, the shabu and hot pot type meat, which is really nice too. Brazilian beef ribeye is about $7.33. They have all different grams of cuts. So I'll just show it to you like this. $5.93 for the Brazilian beef ribeye, that's about 312 grams. So basically from Brazil, they have Australian cuts here. Yeah, Riverland, I like this one, Riverland Australian beef ribeye, that's $11.13. Then they have pork, and then they have black chicken slices. So this one is really good. Oh, they also have a huge selection of frozen like sweet corn and peas, like fresh frozen garden peas, bird's eye. So that will go along with your fish and chips. That's about $4.50 for 375 grams for the garden peas. And then you have the selection of like the these are steamed vegetables. So guys, if you're looking for a day to come when there's lots of people, come on Wednesday. So it's not my ideal time for filming because there's so many people. Yeah, so all the steam brands, $6.50 for the steamy one. Quickly showing you some of the fresh fish, fresh seafood. The white prawn is $12 per kilogram. Small squid is $9.50 per kilogram. Medium squid is $12 per kilogram. Fresh baby octopus is $7.50 per kilogram. The fresh brown clams are $5.50 per kilogram. The fresh white clams are the same. Saba is the same, $5.50. Sea bass whole fresh is $9.95. and a medium lobster is $15.95 per kilogram. A really big topic, guys, is eggs. I wanted to also zoom in on the organic eggs. Cage free is $13.20. So I know some great feedback. Thanks, guys, in the audience. Amazing feedback to like about prices and discussions on the eggs. So the Kokong organic eggs are $3.90 per box. So that's about 39 cents. So some of the audience from the US were quoting, like, I noticed that it's mostly done by the dozen, and I actually checked out the St. Louis Fed Index, and I checked the Trading Economics Index for food prices, and I checked the eggs, and according to Fred in the St. Louis basically Fed, I looked at the index. I'll stick it in the video, and it's very interesting because that's actually, as this video has been shot, about $5.21 per dozen. And here it's still much cheaper, obviously. Like I was saying, I looked at the St. Louis Fed for the egg index, and it's as it stands, it's actually about $5.21 per dozen. So good feedback that some prices were like about $8 or so in some regions. So really great. Thanks for all the feedback. But if it's just comparing it to the index, the St. Louis Fed, it's about $5.21 right now. So that's about 43 per egg. So yeah, it's about 43 cents per egg. So if you look at that here, that's grade A. I looked at the sizing of the eggs. So here and here, like, it's still works out about 17 cents per egg. This is the CP eggs, pretty much the large eggs. That's 170 for 10, so that's 17 cents. Even the local ones here, unbranded, from Batam Bang here, are 150, so that's 15 cents. Yeah, and so pretty much there's a huge difference in terms of the price. They're much cheaper still. Some of the other prices quoted, I wanted to focus on the cage organic ones, cage free, and that's basically 39 cents per egg. They don't do it per dozen here, they do it like for tens. And the cage free, I'm not sure how much is in that. There's like there's actually no number on the box. I'll make this better next time, guys. I'm still sick. There's so many people in the store. But yeah, these ones are cage free, social enterprise, so these are really high quality and ethically sourced and etc. Ethically managed with the poultry. So that's, I am assuming there's 10. I didn't see a quantity. That's 32 cents then. So guys, it's a bit choppy today. I'll take that. But the place is super packed. Okay guys, so actually just going to move on from the veggies. What I'll do is, there's some vinegars here from all over the world. I have the Kirin vinegar, organic vinegar, which is interesting. That's from the that's locally sourced. That's $4. You get they have a great selection here of a lot of the beers from around the world. You get a lot of what you'll see in the 7-Eleven here, but then on the top you get all of the other brands as well. So you've got everything. You've even got Guinness from Ireland. That's $2.50. Then they've got like Bud Light, Kronenbourg 1664, Beck's. That's $2.50. The Peroni's $2.50. Some of that's not brewed in Germany, so I'm not sure. And apologies for the background noise. There's a lot of families here. Stella is $2. Peroni $2.30. That's for 330 milliliters. And then Heineken, yeah, that's definitely not imported from Holland. That's from, I think it's made in Vietnam. That's $1.10, so that's really cheap. And then you got the Lao beer. That's really high quality, guys. That's really good one. It's won some awards. It tastes really good. It's $1. Then you got the alcohol-free San Miguel, the Warsteiner, 160, 170. Very similarly priced for the zero alcohol. Yeah, they got the Belgian beers. I'll be more strategic about the timing next time, guys. Today is a bit choppy. Next one I'll make it a bit more polished. I'm basically picking what places I can get in the store where there's no people. So not the smartest move today on my part. Yeah, so you can pause it and look, guys. Here's like from the UK, from locally, IPAs, Hobgoblin, Portland, Shipyard, Erdinger, 380. And on the bottom here you get the classic ones like Singa, Chang, Vex, all the 620 litre bottles. And that ranges from $3.95 to local is $1.95. Show you some of the cans as well. It's quite interesting, new good stuff. I think VB's Victoria Bitter is from Australia. They've also got those mixed drinks with the whiskey, etc. That's $3.30. And then you've got a lot of the isotonic drinks. You get I think it's either from Costco or Walmart. It's Kirkland brand, and then you've got the Gatorade brand. So it's $1.30 for the Kirkland. Gatorade, there's actually no price on that. They have the Prime brand. I think isn't that Jake Paul brand or one of those guys, famous guys. So that's here, but there's no price beside it. Then this brand Caroline's from Australia. That's a really good one. It's got probiotics and prebiotics. I like it. That's $2.70, $3.30. And they've also got, well, that's really cool to see it. They got Vital. I love this water. I'm actually going to get this one. I don't know what price it is, but I haven't drank that in years and I love it. So they got Vital. Evian is $2.50. Volvic is $2.20. Crystalline. So they got their really good French waters here, guys. There's the bottle of Eau Vital. It's 500 milliliters. It's $1.30. I think Vital is actually the dearest, but I used to live, when I lived in Europe, I used to drink Vital all the time. I really love it. It's a good one. You just has that kind of cleansing feeling in your body too. So yeah, actually just show you the local, like Anchor and ABC stout. So I'm from Ireland, if you haven't noticed from my accent. So I'm obviously a Guinness person, obviously, although it's owned. Yeah, I think it's owned by a Diageo. It's not actually Irish, but it's obviously, it's associated with Ireland. I think that the Conor McGregor's stout is the closest kind of Irish, indigenous Irish stout that exists. But ABC is a stout from Singapore, or from Southeast Asia, which is interesting because I didn't know it existed. So I must do a taste test. Carlsberg is $3.50. So yeah, there you go, guys. I'm confused because normally I go from place to place quite easily, but I've mixed it up today and I'm totally confused. I wanted to show you just some of the end of the meat, and the video is going to be hard to make today because I'm going to have to go back and put everything together. But I'll show you some of the meat, and this basically goes from US to Australian and Brazilian. And this one, US, we'll start with the US beef chuck tender, it's $15 per kilogram. The US beef strip line is $27 per kilogram. And the Brazilian beef ribeye cube roll is $19 per kilogram. The Brazilian beef strip line is $18 per kilogram. The Brazilian beef inside top side is $14 per kilogram. Then they have this nice Australian beef chuck roll, that's $19 per kilogram. And then Australian beef topside is $16 per kilogram. The beef tenderloin from Australia is $45 per kilogram. Then the Australian beef strip loin is $22 per kilogram. And then the Australian beef ribeye is $26.50 per kilogram. Australian beef T-bone is $33.50 per kilogram. The US beef choice $27 per kilogram. US beef ribeye is $35.50 per kilogram. The US beef short ribs bonus is $52.50 per kilogram. So the rest of this is lamb, and they've got different cuts of lamb that goes from $38 for the lamb French rack cap off to the Australian lamb shoulder square cut. And this is new, the Australian beef rump at $16.90 per kilogram. And they've really nice cuts here, guys. You see everything's fresh cut. And then they've got like really fresh the lobsters and over there, and prawns. And they got some rotisserie chicken. It's actually fresh cut chicken, not rotisserie. But it's fresh and it's good. Just show you the chicken prices. I've been very focused on beef, seafood. I know a lot of you like chicken too. So chicken breast is $3.80 per kilogram. This is all dollars, guys. If you're listening to this, I'm quoting everything in US dollars, not Australian dollars or any other types of dollar. It's US dollars, the one and only. So $6.90 per kilogram chicken wings. Then the stuff like chicken gizzard, $3.30 per kilogram. And then chicken and pig blood, and blood cockles. So I'm gonna move on, guys. There's some fresh, there's some frozen like stuff that I think more audience from the UK, Ireland would be interested in, like wedges. So green isle wedges. It's funny to see it. Irish food here, guys. Well, Irish brands. So those things like are $4.80 for the spicy wedges. The southern fried wedges from the store from the UK, Iceland brand, are $5.50. And then the stuff like you get for your breakfast, hash browns, $5.50. And I'll show you like the large packs of fries. The southern fried chips, which means pretty much fries in the States. That's $4.50 for a kilogram. That's Iceland brand, which is a good one. McCain crispy French fries, 700 grams, $4.95. The Co-op frozen sweet potato fries is $5.95. And these are all good brands, guys. You're not getting anything bad quality here. It's all top quality. Even though like some of the retailers, Co-op Iceland, are private label. It's good. So $3.95 for 750 grams of these fries chips. And then they've other stuff, guys. They've got like these brands I don't know about. I'll give you the prices anyway. They're cheaper. It's $4.50 for a kilogram for Sunnydale Farms fries. EcoFrost deep frozen fries, $4.90. Then you get crinkle cut fries, and they're $5.95 from Farmland. I think that's a Singaporean brand. And these are just huge ones here, guys, like Tin and Crispy Iceland. This is $4.95. So as I'm done with this section, my battery is running out, so I'm going to show you some dairy. I'll show you some veggies. I was interrupted for various reasons. I'll finish some of the vegetables. I'll try to get the top, most popular stuff for a Western audience, like those mushrooms are like not so the fresh black mushrooms, 249 for 254 kilograms. These are the mushrooms, the button mushrooms that are common, popular. 250 grams is 330 per box, and a fresh lime, 6 of those is about 49 cent. Yeah, there was lots of people when I was doing the tomatoes, but coming back here, I'll show you the cherry tomatoes, about 170 for 596 grams. They don't look too ripe, but that's the price. Onions, red onion is okay. Sorry, shallots. That's a shallot. What's that? Okay, that's 117, and onions, just normal onions, 56. Then what's really good about this store, guys, is that they chop up everything. They chop up like the shallots, they slice them, and then you've got like the diced garlic. So if you're like me and you're terrible at chopping onions, this is perfect. It's 56 cent. And then the garlic too, and it's double packed, so it doesn't smell, guys. So it's really good. That's 48 cent, and that will last for a couple of days. And then they've got nice peppers, and they've like ground spices and stuff. So it's really, really good here. They have chilies, which is pretty cheap, and peppers. There's 165 for the yellow pepper, 125 for the green pepper, and the red pepper is 190. So just thinking of what's also really good here is the fresh vegetables, guys. They have green lettuce, iceberg lettuce. You can pause and look at it. They have this freshly grown from the farm. I was reading about it, and they have like basil, cilantro. The cilantro is 30 cent, and you see it's nicely freshly packed, so it's very hygienic. And the basil, 87 cent, lemon basil, and they have a farm and they grow it locally, guys. It's really cool. And that's like the green lettuce and iceberg lettuce, so that's good for the salads. There's lots of like the Asian source, like the bok choy for frying, for whatever. Chinese kale, choy sum, some interesting local groceries like the Kana stuff I've never heard of, guys. It's really cool. Kalalo, I've never heard of that. So that's 58 cent. Then you've chives, fresh chives, spring onions, $1 for the spring onion, which I need. So I'm gonna buy some, get some spring onion. So live shopping today. So I think this is a shopping haul. And I like it here, guys. It's kind of like fresh, hygienic. You see they have like mixed salads too. It's $2.99 for a mixture, mixed salads. And then you've got like other types. I'm gonna move on, guys. There's a lot of noise, background noise. So there's like mixed peppers. Like if you're feeling lazy and you don't want to chop up stuff, they have a lot of stuff like conveniently chopped up, like the mixed peppers and broccoli. That's like $1 for the broccoli. Mixed peppers, 143. They have, for this section, they got like fresh fruit and veggies, and strawberries. They have like, I'm just looking at the source. Oh, okay, Californian. So these are Californian strawberries, with no price. Foxy. Oh, okay. They're $14.50 per box. So my camera's all over the place, but yeah, $14.50 for Californian strawberries. They have ones from like Korea too, but they're not here, nah. So everything's from, I think they do a lot of seasonal stuff. Yeah, so lots of fresh kiwis, and that's $5.23. Kiwi fruit gold $11.46. And then yeah, little berries like blueberries. So this is cool from the UAE. Wow, that's nice. I lived there for a while. It's really cool. One of the coolest places. I really like living there. It's amazing. So I didn't know that they have so they have elite berries. Not sure how much they are. I'll get the prices for those again. And then so I love that about this store, guys. They got stuff from all over the world, you see, from the US, from UAE, from Korea, Australia. It's cool. And I'm going to stop with the fruit. I think that's enough, guys. I've got they've lots of fruit here as well, and as you see, lots of alcohol. They have all the big brands. But as you can see, like, there's lots of people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the video shorter today, come back and do more of this content. If you could drop me a line, drop me a comment if something's missing that you'd like. It's impossible to do all of this like in a reasonable time. You see all of the like different whiskey brands, Scotch brands, different wine brands. They have a nice delicatessen, and they also have like all the beverages from everywhere. Orangina from France. They've got Pepsi, which is not like unusual. Pepsi's everywhere, but I think Celsius, which is kind of cool to see Celsius brand here. And Prime, like I was saying, somebody correct me, is it Jake Paul or the other, something beginning with K? I don't know. There's a really famous YouTuber that I don't know. He's so famous I don't know his name. So, but anyway, they have the Gatorade, Pocari Sweat, and all the energy drinks, Monster. I'm trying to show you stuff that you might not think. Yeah. So guys, I'm just getting dizzy walking around, trying to avoid groups. So I'm gonna pause. I'll show you some of the dairy and then stop. So French cheeses here is really good, the Camembert, the Brie, and you see they have the discount on Saint Murray. It's $3.98. So when it's close to expiry, they discount, and it's very good. And they've got lots of juices here as well, from everywhere. And yeah, butters, and it's just too much to go around. I'll pick a better day, but a good health food. So I showed you some of the I'll bring that more into the content, showing you some of the health options. I showed you the creatine, protein, but they also have like the Naked brand and Eat Natural, like protein bars, and that is pretty cheap, I think, compared to other countries. $1.90. I vaguely recall that being $2 something in other countries, maybe euros. Anyway, I will stop. I know people like their peanut butter, so showing you some of the brands, and then I'll stop, guys. So Skippy, it's $4.95, 465, 465 grams. Jif, they've really interesting, like, well, Nutella. Not sure if that's big in the States, but it's really big in popular in Europe. 11.50 for a kilogram, pretty much. And then 400 grams is 7.50. But yeah, lots of stuff, guys. If I would like some feedback for some content you'd like to see, so I can be like, do maybe a special to focus. I already know some viewers give me great feedback, but today was difficult. Yeah, they've got like the Wassa crackers just on the health piece. They have the Swedish Wassa crackers, which I really like, and I think they have Fin Crisp somewhere. Yeah, here they have Fin Crisp. That's 3.20. They got the rice cakes, and if all their other brands. So guys, I really appreciate your viewing and if there's anything you really would like me to look into, happy to take a look. So yeah, maybe just look at some of the snacks. Look at the Pringles here. 2.60 for the they've got local versions, and then they've got the foreign versions. So, and what I mean by that is that they're much smaller. So this one tub of Pringles, 2.60. I'm trying to show you the small one. I don't think that's so here's the small one, look. See, it's 1.70 and it's really small. And then from the US, the cheesy one's 2.60. So just a tip, guys, don't get fooled when you're ordering. The taste, I don't eat that many chips, but when I do, I like it to eat quality, and it's really not as good as the foreign ones. There's again, see the sour cream and onion Pringles is 1.70, and then the real one is 2.60. I say real because it's really the bigger one, the original one. And lots of snacks. There's lots of Lays. Another thing about Lays is that you have they're made in Thailand, and they're really good. The taste difference is probably indistinguishable, and they've lots of flavors. But if you really need to have your local, they have like Tyrells from the UK, and then they've got like from Spain, Tarres, and then they've got Brett's from France. So yeah, it's really amazing what they have here, guys. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see, and I'll get that in the next edition. So thanks, guys, and we will be back with more great content soon.